Another week, another lock challenge, and this week is all about strengthening and repair. After that gentle, deep aromatherapeutic detox session, my locks were light, free, but fragile and vulnerable to breakage. A strengthening treatment like henna thickens and naturally repair hair bonds. Today, I'm finally doing my first ever henna treatment on my microlocs. I'll share with you step by step of my henna mix application and give you aftercare tips. Let's get messy. A few weeks ago, I did a henna treatment on my daughter because her hair was looking dry and weak. Even though we had to deal with a lot of henna leftover on her hair, her results were beautiful. Her strands looked stronger, shinier, and she got that natural coffee tone her hair loves. So now it's my turn. First, I'll prepare the wet ingredients using fresh soaked aloe vera for moisture. Add fresh beetroot to deepen the red tone. Add some water, then blend together. Sieve everything twice if possible. I had to do mine twice because I'm very, very much scared of leaving particles on my locks. Then I'll let it settle for a while. I'm using leftover henna that I used on my daughter's hair, and it has more rough particles. Then there's this one that has already been sieved. Maybe I'll just add a little if I need to. Add hibiscus powder to boost the red tones. Then fenugreek powder for protein and sleep. Mix everything, then sieve all the powders together before mixing with the juice to avoid particles getting stuck on my microlocs. So this is all that remained from the sieving, and oh my god, that's a lot of particles. So now I can add the blended juice and make a smooth runny paste. So now everything looks good, consistency looks good. Henna needs time to release its dye so it can bond to the hair shaft properly. I'll let mine sit overnight for maximum strength and color payoff. For the color to get a good grip, you always want your locks clean and oil-free before applying henna. I'm using Dr. Bronner's Castile soap as my shampoo. Honestly, first time using this soap, I was a bit stunned by the peppermint cooling effect in my eyeballs. But I've gotten used to it. With this soap, I don't need a conditioner, honestly. It washes without stripping and I'm impressed. I'm doing this wash a day before the henna application because one thing for sure, filming this whole routine from start to finish requires more than a day. So yeah.
Like a piston unravel, chain links rattle where the daylight gets chained, but souls keep traction when the storm meets the flame.
It's around 10 to 12 hours of the paste sitting. Now I'll add some honey for moisture magnet. Honey pulls moisture from the environment into the hair, helping to counteract henna's naturally drying effect. It also adds shine and soothes scalp with its antibacterial property. Then add olive oil for that rich moisture that balances the strengthening treatment. Together they create a balanced treatment that strengthens without drying, tones without making the locks stiff, and leaves locks soft, flexible, and nourished. Perfect for strengthening and repair week, especially after that deep cleanse. So I'm doing everything from the bathroom, and I got my paper bag, my gloves, my henna. Henna stains everything, your space, your clothes, your nails. So I'm creating a plastic bag t-shirt to protect my clothes. Honestly, I'm very much scared to smear all this paste on my freshly detoxed locks, but I want to do this. I started applying it all over my locks, covering my roots, making sure every strand is coated, but then I realized my paste might finish by the time I get to the third part. So I mainly focused on the length and not the roots. I let that sit and cook for at least 2 hours as I prepare my Aftercare moisturizer. So for my moisturizer, I'm adding glycerin, grapeseed oil, and some essential oil to the leftover aloe beetroot juice, and make a hydrating spray that will keep dryness at bay until my next shampoo. I'm also hoping that the beetroot will enhance the red tones, so nothing goes to waste. Oh my god. It's time to rinse all this. It's about 3 hours and my locks are ready to be rinsed. The idea here is to rinse until the water runs clear. part takes patience, especially with microlocs. So take your time, sis, so no residue stays behind. So right now I feel like I can't rinse anymore, and the water is kind of clear with no noticeable particles. If anything, the rest will just wash away on my next shampoo. This morning my locks were feeling dry because I didn't moisturize after rinsing. So it's best to moisturize immediately when hair is about 80% dry to avoid locks from drying out. But hello, new color tone, stronger hair bonds, and a whole new vibe, and I'm here for it. I'm using my DIY spray and oil blend to deeply moisturize and seal in all that goodness. Comment if you want the exact recipe for my aftercare pack, and follow for week 5 challenge. Until then, stay grounded, hydrated, and full of light.